Hey y'all, how is everyone doing during this insane time? I hope you are all safe and healthy and creating a lot since most of us are probably at home, working at home, and spending lots of time inside our houses, but I am hoping that you're also getting outside some and getting a little bit of sunshine to help with all the mental stress that's going on right now. I don't talk about myself much during these because I always just assume people are here just for the yarn. But I thought I'd share how we are handling it, and I'll be honest, it's been pretty rough. Everyone in my house is healthy, no one is sick, and we have taken lots of precautions. Only my husband goes out to do the shopping, or just one of us, him or I, gets out to do the shopping, and my girls, they get outside, they take bike rides and skates, and we started homeschooling, they go to a charter school, and so their school has started the remote distance learning, and that started Monday. And that's actually going pretty well for my kids. My older daughter is a self-starter, so she just kind of does everything on her own, but she's older, she's almost 10, so she can pretty much drive her own boat on that. My almost 8-year-old, she's in the 2nd grade, and so I help her. We sit down for a couple of hours every morning to do all of her work, but she does really well with the one-on-one. Really well, of course, who wouldn't? And so that's going good. So we were actually supposed to move a couple of weeks ago, and on March 19th, we were supposed to be in our car, leaving California and driving our way to Virginia. And so that was 1 week after the government locked down travel. And so we were in a really tough spot because our move was all but complete. We had a new place to live in Virginia. We had ended where we're living here. We had changed all the utilities. We had done everything except for get in the car and leave. And so when we were told that we couldn't move, it was amazingly stressful and hard for us to undo everything that we had already done. And we're still working on that. And so I don't know when we're going to move. We still have to move. I don't know if that will happen this month in April or if that's going to have to wait until May, but we will be moving at least in the next 4 to 6 weeks because we have to. It's not an option. So that's been really tough. It was a tough time for all of this to happen for us, but we are getting through that. And what's been hardest for me is how hard it's been for my kids. My older daughter, who is, like I said, almost 10, she's very social and she is an extreme extrovert. The more people that are around, the happier she is. And so she's not totally mentally satisfied with just FaceTiming or Zooming with friends. She does get to see all of her classmates every day whenever they do their daily classroom Zoom. At least she gets to see everyone and say hi, but the way that she relaxes is to be around a lot of people. And so, that's hard for everyone. So I would love to hear how you're handling all of this. You can type in the comments below. I would love to hear your story. I think that really helps people as to read and even have some sort of communication, even though it's through comments. I will respond. I would love to know, your struggles or how you've overcome the struggles. or what you're still dealing with, and because there is no right or wrong. We're all doing the best that we can, and I just hope that y'all are healthy and that you are enjoying lots of time to do your craft. All right, so let's talk about what I've been crafting on. And I actually have one finished project. I made another pair of socks. So I thought that during this quarantine time, it would be perfect opportunity to go through all of my scraps, because I have a lot of scraps. And I think I might have showed you this before. This bag is full of some of my scraps, my smaller scraps. My larger scraps I have in another bag, but I'm trying to go through the small ones first. And so I made a pair of scrappy socks. Aren't these so much fun? I had the heel is the same yarn, and I got distracted, so this one I continued knitting beyond the heel flap and gusset. Oh, this one's turned inside out. Whenever I had weaved in all the ends, I guess I never turned it right side out. I got distracted and kept knitting past the gusset, and so that heel color is a little bit bigger than the other sock, but that's totally fine. So this used up a lot of like the little bits and bops that I had left over from an Advent mini that I got this past December. And you can tell some of the colors repeat, some of them don't. Like this color and this color I used up whenever I made that stripe. But there are some repeated colors. The yellow, this blue, this color right there that I'm lining up, that was repeated. I so love these. I don't have sock blockers. That was actually something I was thinking about purchasing during this time, because I have a feeling I'll be making lots of socks in the next couple of weeks. And what else? What was I going? Oh, the pattern. The pattern is Crazy Sock Lady, and I'm going to put that link below. Crazy Sock Lady, and it is morning coffee socks. These knit up really fast. If I remember correctly, it was a 6 rounds repeat that is very easily memorized. And it's just a knit purl combo. Let me see. So it kind of has a semi-ribbing effect a little bit all the way through. And then after the gusset, the heel flap and the gusset, you just have the design on the instep. The sole is stockinette, and then the toe, I did not carry the design down the toe. I guess you could. I didn't. I just knit it in stockinette. But those are super fun. I love them, and so I can't wait to wear them. I have not worn them yet, so that they would look fresh for you, and I need to take some good pictures, and then they will be on my feet. What else am I working on? So in window bag, I have a friend of mine who, I don't think she's going to watch this. I'm not sure. If she does, surprise! The surprise is ruined. She is having a baby boy in May. And so if you remember back in December, maybe it was January, December-January timeframe, I made a bear for a friend of mine who was pregnant. She actually had her baby last week, so congratulations to her. So I'm making the same bear pattern, and which is, and I'll link this pattern below because it's a really great bear pattern. It's called Vera Bear, which I will link. So this is the second time I've made the bear, and it knits up really fast, to be honest. I'm a DPN user, so I was using a worsted weight on this one. The bear that I made back in December, January, I used one skein of fingering, but I held it double, so I just pulled from both ends of the cake, so which is about like a DK weight. This one, I had this gray, if I remember correctly, this is Plymouth Encore. Yes. And this like slate gray color, and it's worsted weight. So I'm just holding it single. I'm almost done with this first little leg, but basically if you can tell, here's this little head. So you start off on the back of the head and you knit his ears. You do this little purl ridge so you know where to attach the ears, and you start the ears like you start knitting on here. So you don't make an ear and then try to like sew it on. You knit it while attaching it. So you just pick up stitches. There's the word, pick up stitches and add on an ear. So it makes it really easy. So you knit the head, you knit the snout, and then you have its neck. You take off some, or you put the arms on some waste yarn, knit the rest of the body. Here's his little bum, which is always like, it's really cute once it gets stuffed. It looks kind of funky, right? There we go. You knit the bum, and then you increase a couple of stitches and then separate his left leg and put his left leg on waste yarn, and then you continue working on his little right foot. I'm almost done with the foot, and I'm about to do the sole, and then that leg will be finished. And then you pick up stitches for his left leg, knit that, the arms. And what I will do again, I just used embroidery thread to make his little nose, and then I embroidered eyes so that there would be no buttons or anything like that for a choking hazard. So I'm almost done with him. I mean, it'll just be a couple more days and he'll be done. I'm very excited. Let's see. And there's only one other thing that I'm working on right now. Once I finish these two things, I'm decided I was going to cast on a sweater. I have lots of sweater quantity yarn that I would love to use up. So I haven't quite decided what pattern that I'm going to use. So I need to do that, or figure that out, but that will be next. What is in here, besides all of my scraps, is a scarf that I'm designing specifically to be used with scraps or with mini skeins. So if you get an Advent mini, or like an Advent mini set, or some sort of Advent calendar where you get lots of minis, this will be designed for you. And it's very simple. Oh, I have like attached yarn. So it's knit in the round. And so that, and I specifically did it like that so that all of those yarn ends that you have, you don't have to weave anything in because it's just going to be in the middle. So don't worry about, oh my gosh, like why would I knit a bunch of stripes because I don't want to weave it in. You don't have to, because they're all on the inside and you will never see it whenever it's done. So what I did here, I did I keep saying Tunisian, but I think it's called the Turkish cashon. So it's basically like a toe-up sock, so that it's also closed in on the end, a little bit of rib, and then I have the design, and the design is the same all the way through. And then you change colors as often as you want based on whether you have scraps or if you have Advent minis. I am making this with fingering weight held double. And so that means you can pull from both ends of your Advent mini, or of like your mini skein, or if you have scraps and you have a bunch of fingering weight, you would just grab two that coordinate or maybe that match. Or of course you could use DK weight. Really, there is no wrong yarn. You could easily make this with just fingering as well, and then cast on a couple more stitches. I will put all of that in the pattern as well, so that if you just use fingering, then you know how many stitches to cast on and stuff like that. But here's what it's looking like so far. My other end will be the same yarn because I have quite a bit of it left over, so the rib ends will be the same. and then just going through everything, and make it as long as you want. So I'll probably make this, I think the rule is you typically make your scarf as long as the person is tall. So look forward to this. I'll probably have it out pretty soon. I mean, I'm just working on it gradually, but I'm really loving it so far. What else? I just have one more thing. My kids have to get on Zoom meetings soon with their classrooms, so we'll be done soon. I just wanted to share the newest item that's in the shop because it's adorable. I am calling it Avocado Cat. No, I'm sorry. I called it Avocado Toast because you have little avocado kitty cats sitting on toast, playing with the avocado pit. It's so adorable. And these have been selling pretty fast. So if I remember correctly, I have 2 drawstring bags left. And the drawstring bags have zipper pockets. There we go. Zipper pockets so your stuff doesn't fall out. It cinches completely closed. And it's big. So this definitely will hold a sweater. Or even something like a really, really big shawl. I used a drawstring bag to make my Find Your Fade shawl, which is a massive and lots of yarn, and that fit in there. I have, I believe, 3 of the small project bags. These would hold any sort of small project and are really perfect for socks, sock knitting, even a hat or something like that. So I have 3 of these. And I have a bunch of cake koozies. I don't remember how many cake koozies I have left in the shop, but the cake koozies fit perfectly in here, especially if you're making socks. So it kind of sits on one side, your project's over there. Just absolutely adorable. I mean, I cannot get enough of the avocado. I flipped out when I saw this yarn, and I bought everything they had, which wasn't much. And so I am trying my best to find some more of this. But that's the newest item in the shop. Oh, did I show you the inside? The interior fabric is just a green stripe, which matches the green of the kitty cats. So Avocado Toast, you can find that in the shop. And everything that I talked about here, that's already available. The patterns, the sock pattern, the bear, a link to the shop, and a link to the Avocado Toast I will all put below. And please, I do encourage you, if you need to chat with someone, even though it will be out there, please comment below. I would love to know how you are doing, or if you want to chat with me privately, please send me an email, howdy@cookieandbees.com. And we all need to help each other out, especially during this time. So I am here, and I am happy to be a soundboard or whatever you might need, because I know we are all struggling mentally to not be with our friends and our family and our neighbors and our loved ones. It's a very hard time, and I hope that you are all well, and I look forward to next time. I'll see y'all later. Have a great day.